A newish feature in Paratext has actually been around since Paratext 7.4. There is a tool that can insert cross-reference information into a project. In order to use this, I have to be the administrator of the project I want to insert cross-references into. And before using it, I have to make sure I've defined the scripture reference settings for the project. This part, I go to the project menu, and I'll go to scripture reference settings. The first section here defines the punctuation that separates chapters and verses and ranges of verses in scripture references. And the second part is the list of book names. Now, the interesting thing about this cross-reference tool is that if you specify the names or abbreviations of the books in the language of your project, that's what Paratext will use, regardless of what language the book names were in the project the cross-reference file came from. So if I've defined my scripture reference settings, I can go to the Tools menu and say Cross-References, and I'll say Insert Cross-References. I'll click Browse. Now, United Bible Societies has provided a number of cross-reference files that come from that were used in the Good News translation. The UBS NT covers the New Testament books. It'll have cross-references referring to Old Testament books, but it only insert the references in New Testament books, or the New Testament Old Testament file covers the whole Bible. New Testament, Old Testament, and Deuterocanonical covers New Testament, Old Testament, and the Deuterocanonical books. So my test project only has the book of Revelation, so I'll just use the New Testament file. And if I click Open, this is the copyright, displays the copyright notice that this is copyright by United Bible Societies, and it was used in the Good News translation. Organizations that have a Paratext license may use this list in their publication without attribution or notifying UBS. All other rights to this list are reserved. Okay. I can, if I want, choose to delete any existing cross-references I have, or omit references to verses which are not in the project. Or but when I click OK, Paratext inserts the cross-references from that file into my project. You see now I've got lots of several cross-references here, and you'll see that it's spelled the books, the abbreviations, according to the way I defined them for this project in the scripture reference settings. If you're the administrator of a project and you want to provide the scripture references from that the cross references from that project, you can go to the Tools menu, Cross References, and say Extract Cross References. And I give the file a name. Now, this will only include references in the book of Revelations, because that's all I had in my project. And I'll click Save, and that created a file that I can use in other projects or share with colleagues who are working in other projects that wanted to use the cross references found in my project.